Hello, I'm Mario Toneguzzi, Managing Editor of Canada's Entrepreneur. Joining me today on Calgary's podcast is Gaurav Gupta, who is owner of Leela Eco Spa, Leela Thermal House, and SKA Thermal Spa in Calgary. Thanks for joining us today, Gaurav.
It's my pleasure, Mario. Thank you for having me here.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about the spas. Can you maybe just explain, first of all, how many spas do you have, and what's the difference between each one of them?
So we have eight, 10 Leela Eco Spas in around the country. So eight in Calgary, very Calgary focused. One in Winnipeg and one in Oakville, near Toronto.
Yeah.
And we have got one SKA Thermal Spa, SKA Thermal Spa, in Calgary, Beltline. And we have a thermal house opening tomorrow. So yet to be.
Okay.
And Leela Eco Spa is a traditional holistic spa, very focused on very high experience with the RMT, with the facialist technician, or even get an acupuncture and osteopathy section. So very much of a holistic, natural spa. This is what where we come from so many years. I think 11 years for me right now. SKA Thermal Spa is very much of a hydrotherapy focused spa where you've got a hot pool, cold plunge, infrared sauna, dry sauna, steam shower, high-end change rooms, and just events lounge. Basically, a high-end luxury spa experience right down in Calgary. We have treatment rooms as well. And Leela Thermal House is kind of in between SKA and Leela. So a bit smaller than SKA, but a bit bigger than Leela. Not public hydrotherapy, meaning not people around you, but private hydrotherapy, meaning you have got hydrotherapy suites just for yourself or with a partner. And Estonian spa with a nice cold plunge with meditation, practice. It's just a very high-end private luxury spa experience for yourself and or with a partner, coupled with a massage therapy as well. And we have one location in Northland opening up tomorrow, and then we have got Kensington location opening up early next year as well.
So tell me well, first of all, what is Leela? Is that a person's name, or is it a word that means something?
Yeah, very good question. I mean, when I was looking for businesses to buy about 11 years back, I came across Leela Eco Spa. I didn't change anything about the name. Leela Eco Spa, it was. I don't know exactly the name origins. However, when I looked it up, Leela in Sanskrit means playfulness. Something to basically being yourself more, I guess. So
Hmm.
that's what that means. But yeah, people have said, "Oh, is somebody his daughter's name, wife's name," but no, it's yeah, something which I took over.
So what's your background, Gaurav? Like, where did
I
you come from before doing this?
Yeah, well, I'm born and brought in India. Moved to McGill in Montreal at the age of 18. I did chemical engineering from there, and then I graduated. Didn't find many jobs, English-speaking jobs in Montreal. So, I was lucky enough to get a job here in Calgary. My uncle got me a job here, and then moved here to Calgary, worked as a process engineer for 2.5 years, right here in downtown Calgary. And then recession hit in 08, 09, then was lucky to be able to get a job in Fort McMurray, and I joined Suncor over there, and worked a few years, and then I really thought what I want to do with my professional life and did my MBA to explore more into that. So went for my MBA in INSEAD in France and Singapore. Came back with a kind of different mindset than what I had before. And then that's when I quit my job and started to be an entrepreneur. And that's when I took over Lida. That was about 11 and a half years back.
So what was the thing that changed for you that you decided to move on from a career in downtown corporate Calgary to being an entrepreneur?
I always thought I wanted to be an entrepreneur a lot of my life, but I always thought entrepreneurship was something which was kind of very exclusive, elite, something which not many, people can really have a go at it. But when I went to INSEAD in my business school, I met a lot of people who were entrepreneurs, and seeing how common they were, how normal they were, really gave me the confidence that actually, I could try my hand over there too. And then not realizing how much of an impact that education that year had on me, when I came back to the same corporate career which I had before going to for my MBA, I was unable to fit into the corporate culture. Didn't really enjoy what I was doing at that time, and that made it very, very natural for me to say, "This is not for me. I don't know what next, but it's not for me." And I mean, if somebody would ask me 10 years back, would you be here? I would have no idea. I think life is still kind of, a bit of go as you like, let's see where it goes. So it's nothing is planned, nothing was planned for me. It's just go with the flow. And yeah, here we are.
How did you land upon um, doing sort of the wellness field?
So like when I was looking for a career to begin with in entrepreneurship, I asked my broker, and my broker, he's Richard, he's here in Calgary. He gave me a bunch of options, but they were so also expensive. But then there's one thing which struck me was this Leela Eco Spa being sold in Bridgeland. I'd never been to Bridgeland, I'd never been to a spa before, but something about the whole concept kind of struck me pretty attractive. One uh, being part of wellness field again seemed very attractive to me. Yoga, meditation, massage therapy, something to elevate somebody's lifestyle was very, very attractive to me. Second, smaller the business, more of an impact you can have. If you think of something, you can act on it pretty soon. I love the idea of being able to execute some things which I was very unfulfilled from my corporate career because whatever projects I worked on, unfortunately, in Canada, a lot of those oil and gas projects were shelved. So there was no real impact from my work, which I was craving to do in some ways. So, combination of excited to be in the wellness field and to be a true entrepreneur, meaning true in a way to be able to make some difference to somebody, really attracted me to get on this field.
Hmm. Now, before you became involved with Leela, was wellness, and some of these practices part of your lifestyle at all?
No, no, I will. I won't say so. I don't go to gym. I play sports outside. I've never consciously sought wellness until I took over Leela. I was pretty much of you know, I will not say I wasn't very wellness focused. However, one thing which was there, which I realized later, that one thing which is strong point, what attracted me to this business was my really intention to service other people and to bring about a good experience, which gives me a satisfaction in some ways. So I was kind of being selfish in pursuing this business so that I can hopefully have that see that smile on somebody else and gives me the happiness too. So while my intent was not very of a wellness focus, my intention was very much of a service focus, and that I think helped me in my smaller decision making in the business and going from there. And while I may not be a wellness freak, but I do appreciate and I do understand the importance in of wellness in our lives, and just to be a part of this field really is very satisfying for me.
What when you first started off as an entrepreneur, what was the biggest challenge you faced?
I think there were a lot of challenges, Mario, to be honest, initially. Like when I came into business, I never had a massage ever. I was late 20s guy. I know actually just turned 30. I didn't manage anybody else before. I didn't know what a POS was. I didn't know what a small business. I've never worked reception desk myself, so everything was so new to me.
Yep.
Everywhere there was new things to be learned through the hard way because that's how they became problem. And then I was trying to be part of it. Managing cash flow. I remember one month we didn't even have money for rent, so we had to push back, our payment so we can actually make it work for us.
Hmm.
So there was innumerable challenges I feel when we started, um, and I'm not sure if I can point to one singular challenge to say this was my heaviest challenge because in all honesty, every day was riddled with challenges, with frustrations, which I still remember very very keenly. And so, yeah, the first few years, I could even count every month the challenge I had, the issues I had.
Mhm.
until about 2.5 years when I stopped counting those things.
Yeah, yeah. What when you look back, you obviously had probably a very well-paying job, secure job where you were, and to go out on a limb, so to speak. Was it scary to take that risk?
Not really, because again, I didn't really work for money too much. Yes, you're right. I was blessed with a good job, which paid good money. But it wasn't the money which really prompted me to those things. I think it was I was really excited to actually make a difference, actually do something on my own. And I always had this bit of a savings left. Like, okay, if it doesn't work out, I'm going to use the savings up and then find a job. So I always had this back of the mind, insurance thing if the business failed. So wasn't too keen or too focused on making money. And I think it kind of truly applies to it now. Of course, I'll be naive to say that money doesn't matter. It does matter, but it wasn't primary reason why I got into it, and it was not a primary reason why I'm into it right now.
Yeah. What when you look back and over the last few years and see where you started and where you are today and where you're going, I guess. Are you surprised? Are you surprised at the level of growth that you've had?
Yeah, I am surprised sometimes, Mario, to be honest. Sometimes I feel I should be more surprised than I am surprised because it is kind of magical to be having a few spas and having so many people respect you at least professionally, for where you are. I don't think I thought too much into it before. I do think though that I hopefully I don't take too much of it in no matter what, and then keep on being true to why I got in the business, and knowing that there's so much leverage we can now use than before to be able to make more of an impact now than before. I think really really excites me and
Huh.
keeps me going.
Yeah. What advice would you give someone who is thinking of becoming an entrepreneur?
I always say just do it. I think this very common saying that nobody has a regret
Yeah.
of trying it, and people have regrets of not trying it. And I think if I had asked for advice, even a few years into business, that should I do it? Should I do this? Should I do that? If I had listened to other people, in all honesty, I wouldn't have made even my first step. I think everybody can figure it out on their own, given in their own unique situation. And if no age is too late, no, of course, a cautious part of myself will say that don't put all in, don't go crazy, have some sort of logical steps as well. But still, I think there's people should try whatever they want to try their hand and learn if they make mistakes, which they will, and get up multiple times. It is success comes when you stop. Uh, when you stop, basically, if you stop getting up after falling, you fail. But if you keep on getting up after falling, success is guaranteed. So it's pretty easy formula in many ways.
Hmm. What do you, as you look into the future, Gaurav, what do you think in terms of the company and plans for it?
Mario, we have a very exciting, trajectory ahead of us. We are hopefully doing locations in Kelowna, San Francisco, more locations in Winnipeg, Toronto, maybe even Middle East. So we've got really exciting prospects right now. I've blessed with a very good team who work, right together, all of us. And I think it's very exciting times ahead for us. And in this industry is moving very fast. We have to be faster and make sure we align ourselves to the right, philosophies, trends, and stuff like that, and bring it to in front of public properly.
Now, do you think the people today are more willing to look and try some of these forms of wellness, I guess, that places like Leela offer.
Yeah, I do agree. I think this industry is moving really fast and is changing directions every 6 months or so as well. I haven't seen this kind of change in trends before in my career in this industry. I think a lot of people after COVID are becoming more proactive about their health, maybe. A lot of effective levels of well-being are coming into play as well, which wasn't the forte too much before COVID, let's say. So definitely, there's a lot of unique stuff out there, a lot of good stuff out there, and all for a good reason of being healthy for a longer time, being active and feeling good about yourself, um, stuff like that. So there's definitely a wellness or well-being is more than just one therapy or one thing.
Yeah.
It encompasses a lot of things right now.
Do you have a favorite practice that you take?
I love cold plunge. I
I,
do I do my cold showers every day, and I feel a difference in my outlook for the day and how I feel throughout the day. So I would say that's my favorite, apart from massage, by the way.
How did you try? How did you start with cold plunge? I know it's actually quite a trend these days out there, and there's people here in Calgary that go to the Bow River in the middle of winter to do that. How does it make you feel?
The basic idea for hydrotherapy is that the blood rushes out when you have hot, and when you do cold, the blood rushes back to the heart like a survival instinct. When let's say like you face a tiger, you face a lion, like it's kind of survival instinct for the body.
Yeah.
And by doing that, the body wakes up really quickly. You feel that chill. You feel that high as the body is in that mode of survival of the instinct. And then 2 3 minutes later, as you keep on going with the cold plunge, cold shower, um, you suddenly feel comfort in that water, which you never felt even in hot water. And of course, after done shower, that refreshing way how body feel continues, that freshness continues, and that's remarkable and unmistakable to be not noticed in many ways.
Okay, wonderful. Well, Gaurav, I appreciate you taking the time to chat today.
Thank you. Yeah, same here. Thank you for inviting me for the podcast, and yeah, wish you all the best.
Okay, wonderful. That was Gaurav Gupta, who is owner of Leela Eco Spa and Leela Thermal House and SKA Thermal Spa in Calgary. I'm Mario Tonaguzzi, managing editor of Canada's Entrepreneur. Thanks for joining us today.